Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Gaming with Gloves' walkthrough of the Esseles. This is the first Republic instance you will encounter. It's doable with 2 players and their companions. You should, however, have a healer and a tank pet. The instance range is from level 9 to 12, 13, I think. In this video we will be level 13 and 12, even though we have done this at level 9 and 10. Well, I think both of us were level 10. Yes. I recommend having your being level 10 and having your specialization or advanced class, because it makes things a whole lot simpler, especially if you have a healer with you. In this video I will be playing my Jedi Guardian in DPS spec, having my bot T7 as a tank, with my friend Cyrus here as a healer. He's a trooper commando healer, and he will have his pet or companion Arik Jorgen, which is a ranged DPS. You see, we now encounter the first boss of the instance. I'm not quite sure if I really like to call him a boss, because he's really that simple. All you need to do is tank him, and when his 3 ads spawn, which will spawn continuously during the fight, well, you just kill him. Back to tanking spanking. He doesn't even drop blues. I think at least his drop chance of dropping blues is a bit nerfed, so he might drop a green, he might drop a blue. I'm not quite sure really. But for us, this run, he dropped a green, and therefore I would choose to not call him a boss. Real boss, real loot. A thing about this instance is that there's quite a lot of cinematics, so if you don't have enough time to do it, or you have less than 40 minutes, then you probably shouldn't enter the instance. Or flashpoint rather, as it's called in SWTOR, because this instance will take around 40 minutes if you do not space button skip the cinematics, skip through them. And also there's quite a lot of walking back and forth, at least in the first 10-20 minutes of the instance. Now we defeated the first boss, and our next objective is to head back to the bridge. Now the bridge has been taken by a Mandalorian bounty hunter named Iron Fist, which will be our second boss. And to get to the bridge we actually have to go through the engineering bay first. So now we head to the engineering bay, and we get the choice to either take a short route, killing the engineers, or save their lives and take a bit of a detour. Now of course we are Republic, we are the nice guys. Even though I must admit we have killed them a couple of times, we decided to let them live in this walkthrough and show you the little detour. It takes around 1 to 2 minutes if you clear in outspeed. We pull quite constantly, as you can see, and melt down the enemies. Now be aware that this gameplay is sped up, and all trash packs will be done in 4 times of normal speed to save time, megabyte, etc. All bosses will be done in normal game speed. Now, we managed to save the engineers' lives. Oh, we decided we didn't want to kill them, and now we can head back through the bridge. Now, before getting to the bridge, we go through the hangar bay, as you can see, and we have this bonus quest objective to kill the commandos. Now, completing this objective is fairly important if you want to take the... well, it's needed if you want to take the optional boss, which is the 4th boss. It's a battle droid. He can only be unlocked by doing the chains of bonus objectives. So if you do not complete all bonus objectives, you will not be able to fight the bonus boss. As you can probably tell, there is a fair amount of trash packs in this instance or flashpoint, and usually, which we will discover later, is that when you pull some mobs, there will usually be a hidden door where 3 new mobs will try to come out from and try to ambush you. But first, let's fight Iron Fist. Now, Iron Fist is a bounty hunter. He's got a knockback, which you will see there, and he usually follows that by firing his rocket on the group, which can be displayed on screen right now. Aside from that, he spawns 3 ads which will come to his assistance. The ads needs to be killed, or else they will probably focus your healer, and the healer will have a tough time healing both the tank, the group and himself. Now the ads are not elite or silver, they are weak and go down quite easily. After dealing with the ads, you want to go back to Iron Fist and melt him down. This fight is the second fight in the Esseles, and it's fairly simple, even though it might be the most healing intensive fight in this flashpoint. So if this is your first time healing, you might have a problem. After watching this, another cinematic, we head down to the hangar, because now we got the objective that we're going to infiltrate the Empire ship and do a counterattack. So I quickly sell or repair my gear there, get a repair droid there, and there we are in the hangar bay of the Empire ship. You can see the trash is not really harder. We encounter some gold mobs, some battle droids. We kill them. I think that's quite nice about them, is that you can slice them, or not slice them, you can salvage them. Now you see here are the trapdoors or ambush doors I'm talking about, and you see the 3 extra mobs coming out there. What's quite nice though is that even though you get more mobs, there are usually gas containers there that you can click. I'll show you that later. And these gas canisters will usually blow up the extra mobs. You can see 1 canister there. Not quite sure why I decided not to press it, but I think I will press it after this pack just for fun, so you can see how you do it. You just right click it and you will blow it up. Every class can do it. You don't have to be a Jedi or Trooper or anything specific. If you're Jedi, you will use your Force to crush it. If you are Trooper, you will just shoot at it and it will blow up. Now we've got 1 mob here, and then we head back to this terminal to another cinematic, and there you see I blew up a pack of trash mobs. We continue down and on our way to the 3rd boss, which will be the ISS battle, or I think it's a battle droid, guarding the tractor beam. The objective is to go into the Empire ship, disable the tractor beam, and that will allow the Esseles vessel to escape into hyperspace. So we kill these packs of trash here, you see, quite easy. This room can be a bit tricky because you have 2 gold mobs, so if you are around level 10 this might be hard, but I just charged 1, made my T7 tank it, and then I just charged the other one and I was tanking it myself. Right in front of us now you can see the ISS 4th boss, I think it is, 4th, yeah? No, 3rd it is. Now this guy isn't really a problem, and we're gonna make him even more of a downer, or less intimidating if you will, by clicking these consoles on the side. These consoles need to be clicked within, I think it's a 5 to 10 second window of each other, so we can coordinate ourselves in the chat. And there's 1 on each side of this room. You can see Cyrus coming out of his room there. Now this boss, when you click the consoles, you will open the 5th boss, and you will also give this boss a debuff. Now this boss, I'll mouse over his debuff so you can see it for yourself. It will give him less damage and he will be less tanky. But this debuff is not needed at all to defeat this guy. His health is less than all other bosses in this instance, and his damage is just stupid and weak, and he's not really fun at all. You just tank and spank him. Only problem is that his aggro table might be a bit random. He's attacking me there, you see, and he attacked my T7, and then he's attacking Cyrus, so he's a bit all over the place, but he doesn't really do much, so you don't really need a tank for this guy. You just need several people he can hit on, beat. Now after you loot this guy on this little loot hole here, you can head to this console and disable the tractor beam. Now we encounter that bug here, which, well, if you have a force leap or force charge or whatever, then you should probably not try this unless you want to get stuck. Now, after disabling the tractor beam, you can see the ads coming off the bridge. And I, of course, I charged in like a fucking lunatic. That's how I roll. And there we go, stuck in the bottom of this chamber. Now, you cannot move because you get ported back to the same location, but luckily we found a way to get out of it. First we tried to type /stuck. That did not help. I tried to use my quick travel, and that does not help. And I could, of course, exit the dungeon or flashpoint by clicking above the minimap there, but I do not want to do that. So what we found out works is that you target one group member, and then you simply follow him. That will cause you to auto-run back up. See, there we go, safe and sound. Now it's time for the fourth boss, which I believe is the most difficult boss in the instance. This is the optional bonus boss, so you do not need to take this guy. No requirement at all to complete the dungeon. Now this guy, his special ability is that you can see the little red targeting circle around him. Now what that circle does is that it indicates the area of AoE that his little electric field thing will be effective in. And the thing about that is that this AoE field does shitloads of damage. So you see, I turned my T7 on passive and kited him away from the boss because he will die, and he did die actually. But besides that, there's nothing special. I actually think we wiped once because I didn't know I was supposed to move the first time, but we found out. And if your melee DPS isn't entirely retarded, and they understand that red circles on the ground are bad, and they decide to move, then it shouldn't really be a problem. Now, as I've said before, this instance is really full of trash, and another thing, they're full of elevators. You go down to this level, up to this level, back to this level again. It's quite annoying really, because you in the first 10-15 minutes of the instance you don't really feel that you do anything. You just feel you go around and chat to different people. But once you get into the Empire ship, I really like it, and I've really enjoyed all Star Wars instances of flashpoints thus far. Now here's a little bonus boss for you, the jumping boss. If you fail to jump down the pipes and you just jump straight through them, then you will probably die from fall damage. So be aware of that. But it's quite easy to just jump back and forth between pillars. Now you might notice that I'm not a tank, and I'm DPS spec, and my friend Cyrus here is actually healing spec, but he does do a lot of damage. And here you see he will use his mortar ability to take down the 4 ads that the final boss will spawn with. Now the final boss's name is Vok. He's a Sith Marauder, I think, or at least a Sith Warrior or Sith. His abilities is his ability to push back all targets in range. He will force choke, which will stun or suppress his target while doing some minor damage. He'll throw out his lightsaber, and he will also use his core mechanic, which is his ability to call down pillars of force lightning onto the targeting area, or targeted area. You can see it's indicated by the purple mark there, and Cyrus's companion Arik Jorgen, I think he just lost 50% HP by standing in it. So standing in things are usually, and also in this case, bad. Do not stand in things. But besides that, his damage output is fairly little, so unless you stand in the lightning, you should have no problems at all doing this boss. And there you go, congratulations, you've just completed the Esseles. Now, all you need to do is just head back to your ship, do some cinematics, etc, etc, and you should be good. Now, thank you for watching, it's been great fun having you, and I really enjoy making videos, and I really enjoy getting a lot of views and comments and positive feedback, negative feedback, constructive feedback is very much appreciated. And if you found this video educational, entertaining, or possibly even mildly disturbing, then I would really enjoy it if you would subscribe to our channel, Gaming with Gloves, or thumbs up and thumbs us up. This has been great fun, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.